A major fishing industry has been using Louisiana's waters at will for decades with little regard to its effects on the state. Tiger TV's Nathan Messina has more on the Menhaden fishing industry that is ravaging Louisiana's coast.
It's no secret that Louisiana and fishing go together like a rod and reel. But lately, the Sportsman's paradise has felt more like a dystopia. Millions of dead, rotting fish have washed up on Louisiana beaches just like this. The reason? Industrial fishing from Menhaden.
Yeah, so we're talking about a fish called a Menhaden, which are not really used for much human consumption at all. You and I won't eat them. We might consume them through omega protein oils and things of that nature, but for the most part, they are harvested and used in animal feed applications, aquaculture, agricultural uses, feeding fish farms and shrimp farms, making dog food and pet food, feeding pigs and chickens and so on.
Menhaden are caught from 180-foot long boats with nets over 1,500 feet wide. With a net that big, these boats are catching a lot more than just Menhaden.
So you talk about 1 billion pounds of Menhaden that are harvested from Louisiana's coast every year, but upwards of 30 or 40 or 50 million pounds of unintended bycatch like redfish and speckled trout and shrimp and croakers and other fish that are really important to us here in Louisiana.
Here in St. Bernard Parish, where fishing is an everyday part of people's lives, these Menhaden boats are nothing new. But as time goes on and fish continue to disappear, many residents of the area are getting fed up.
The problem is they have to get to this net. So they plow this boat through the mud, because the mud's soft out there. They plow it through this boat, through this big mothership to the net. And when they turn these boats around, you see all the muddy waters. That's because that boat is not supposed to be in 8 feet of water, or 5 feet of water, or 6 feet of water.
But the problems don't stop at killing fish and destroying habitats. Menhaden fishing also hurts local commercial fishermen.
Here comes Mr. Shrimper coming along pushing skimmers or double rigging, and he falls into this trench that they dug that's 6, 7, 8 feet deep. There's no stopping a 40-ton boat and, shutting it down before mayhem takes place. The rigs bog up, cables tighten, things start breaking.
For as long as these Menhaden boats have destroyed Louisiana, it's local recreational fishermen who have been punished the most. Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries recently reduced the number of speckled trout recreational fishermen can catch and are expected to do the same to redfish pretty soon. But recently, small steps have been taken to keep these Menhaden boats farther off the coast.
Where the state of Louisiana has now implemented a 1/2 mile buffer off of our coast. That is a good start. It's a step in a good direction.
However, this buffer is only in effect on parts of Louisiana's coast. One of the areas still without a buffer? Breton Sound, right in Rob Campo's backyard.
So are we going to have more fishing pressure on in Breton and Chandelier Sounds this coming season because of the restrictions on the west bank of the river going west? That remains to be seen. But if that is the case, which I think is going to be the case, then something has to be done.
Cresson says that they need help from Louisiana residents to finish this fight. He urges people to take action by joining CCA as well as contacting local policymakers. Cresson hopes that one day Louisiana will have restrictions as strong as other states on the Gulf Coast. Until then, the fight to save the Sportsman's paradise rages on. Nathan Messina reporting for Tiger TV.
Louisiana residents who want their voice heard can also attend the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Commission meeting on April 4th at the Wildlife and Fisheries headquarters in Baton Rouge.